Hey, what's going on, guys? So today I'm going to show you my new favorite folder. Start off with the green one here and the black one. So this is a D2 version. This one is in 140 CR, which is a newer steel to me. Still doing some testing. It's a laminate steel. We'll talk more about it in a second. Love these so much, so impressed that I picked up this one, which is badass. This one has the same laminate steel, but this is a blackened blade. The white scales with the red liners, just super cool, kind of classy looking to me. But yeah, just really seriously impressive. So much so I want to do a separate video just on the brand in general, talking about some of the stuff. But very innovative. These are the SRM Terriers, right? Now the actual model number, because SRM, I mean, even though they have names, if you search the name, it's hard to find these. This one is a 258L-MG2 on the green one. The black one is 258L-GB. All right, this white and black one is 258L-G2 or GX2, excuse me. So, out of these two, the green one's the one I'm carrying. The black one, again, is an identical knife. This one just happens to have a D2 blade. I'm super familiar with D2. It's fine. It's not something I want to focus on. I really want to focus on this, again, because of the new blade steel. So 140 CR, it's a laminate steel, right? You can see this, the line here, which is where it's a sandwich steel, if you don't know laminate. So there's basically three pieces of steel. The two outside pieces of steel are the same. The core is separate. The core is usually a harder metal because that is what's going to actually be our edge, right? Now, from the top here, you can't tell that it's a laminate steel, but if I zoom in on the bottom here, you can see those lines, all right, throughout the entire blade. So it's not just like an etch or some kind of fake story from China or something. This is a legit thing, all right? So you can see the three separate pieces. The core is a little bit of a darker steel, all right? Now this is supposed to have very similar attributes and performance as S35VN. I can't confirm that yet. I can't say it's impressive. Came nice and sharp, stayed nice and sharp so far. So we'll see with time. I'll talk more about it. But yeah, so we have a higher end blade steel. These come in at about 60 bucks, 65 I think maybe. And the D2 ones are 50. All right, so just a little bit cheaper if you want that cheaper steel. But these knives are so, like, they're so simple looking, but there's so much innovation going on here. First, let me give you some quick specs. 3.5 inches on a blade. Again, that 154 CR, extremely tough. The Rockwell on that is 60 to 62. Okay, so you can compare that to your other favorite steels. We have micarta on this particular model. There are some other color variants as well. 7.9 inches overall and 3.3 ounces. Has an axis lock. I forget what they call it, but that's what it is. It's an axis lock. It's super smooth. This does have ceramic ball bearings in it. This has so much innovation to me. The first thing I want to talk about is, if you look at the back, you could see we have this kind of flat spot, right? It looks almost like an insert or something. This is actually the liners. It's called a mono chassis liner knife. So instead of having two separate pieces of metal for the liners as we're used to, it's literally folded over like an integral knife or something, right? It's one piece that's both sides. Now, when you do this, not only do you get better fit and finish, or not finish, you get better fitment of our lock itself, but this also acts as a blade stop. All right, so as you see here, the base of the blade butts right up against there, right as it locks. There is absolutely no play in these knives. All right. Speaking of play, something you don't see, which I'll maybe link in the description box. You can see internally what this looks like, but they have a system. It's an anti-loosening pivot. All right, so when you take the scales off, you'll see the pivot has like a rubber ring. You have to take the ring off, and then you can use pliers to loosen the piece that's around that. It almost looks like a gear. So internally, it does not allow the pivot to loosen. Okay, so just using the knife, nothing is going to create play. That is extremely innovative. Like, seriously innovative. It's awesome. Besides that, we also have a very cool clip system. So it's ambidextrous clip, but you don't need to take the knife apart to change the clip. The clip actually pinches together and pulls out. You don't even need any tools for it. How awesome is that? So you can swap, let's see, right side, Getting confused. left side carry. All right. So you can see the clip here. We have two little wings that flare out. That's what catches. All right. I was talking about this with one of my friends recently. He said, "Oh, well, is it kind of loose because you could just pull it out?" No, not at all. All right. It pushes in. All right, once it obviously, as you're pushing in, it springs apart because it wants to stay apart, and those little tang parts keep it from preventing from coming out. So if I'm like seriously pushing as hard as I can, it's hurting my thumb, it will not be loose. You have to literally pinch them completely together in order to get it out. All right, so I carried this multiple times. We have a deep concealed clip that you can quickly switch from left side. It's going to be tip up either way, but left side tip up or right side tip up without any tools. All right, so that is super, super cool. Again, my fingers are already sore from doing this before. So pinch together and push. There we go. All right, switch to the other side. And again, you can see clicks in. So, I mean, just what an awesome, simple concept, right? Even if you just didn't want the pocket clip, which, you know, most people, if you carry some kind of a slip in your pocket, or maybe you have you want to carry it in a sheath or something on the belt, you could certainly do that and move the clip easily. It's just nice. There's no hardware, no tools, nothing. That is super, super cool to me. So all these little things are actually very, very impressive. Yeah, I mean, overall, it's fantastic. It's a very neutral design here, except the blade is a very, very simple profile. There's nothing crazy here. We have a nice sharp point. We have a little bit of belly. We have a straight edge. Our knife handle also just very plain Jane, but it makes it versatile so that a lot of people can still feel that it's comfortable. We have a semi shallow finger choil, straight handle. That's it. It's simple. So it doesn't matter if you have big hands, small hands, skinny fingers, fat fingers. I mean, it's easy to operate. It's super smooth, very fidgety, obviously, with a smooth bearing system and a axis lock. I mean, the thing is just super fun to open and close. You know, you don't even need two fingers on the axis lock, where sometimes they're a little stiffer. It's just so fun. It really is. But it's a good performing knife. For $60 to $65, I mean, depending if you pick this up like through Amazon or if you go directly to their site, I mean, different sales and stuff. So you figure about 60 to 65 is the going rate for the knife. This thing is blowing my mind. It really, really is. Same thing. This is the exact same price, but it's $50 for the D2. So if you want just D2 instead, you don't care about the 140C, CR, excuse me, you can save a couple bucks on that. But wow. That's all I can say is wowie, wow, wow. This is a go-to EDC. I always have knives that I'm testing and swapping out. I'm definitely keeping probably this one just because it's a little fancier looking in this permanent collection. You know what I mean? Just because it's so, so cool. I really just, the innovation with all these, they're little things. They really are just little tiny things like the removable pocket clip. That is so cool. The pivot that won't, you know, accidentally back out on you, and the mono, or whatever I forget how the mono chassis, I think is what they literally call it for the liner. Just awesome. Just very cool. So cheap Chinese knife, right? But it's not that simple. There's so much more here. There's such a bigger story, and definitely worth checking out. You can see it is ambidextrous thumb stud, so left side or right side. Again, the ambidextrous locking mechanism and the pocket clip. So this is truly ambidextrous. You throw the clip on the other side, a lefty will have the exact same experience that a righty will have. That is also very rare these days to have a true ambidextrous knife. Jimping on the back of the blade does function. It works very well. I don't know if you could tell, but the blade is also slightly rounded. Again, a detail you don't see on a whole lot of, you know, $50, $60 knives. It's just the fit and finish is very, very good on this as well. Again, in this case, we have a green micarta scale. All right. Depending on which version you get, they do have different color G10. But just very innovative. That's all. Just the innovation is overfloweth for a affordable pocket knife. Sturdy, sharp, pointy, smooth, you know, functional. That's everything you want in a knife. So these were seriously, seriously impressive to me. Now you can see on the back here, the stay ready for more. I mean, SRM, stay ready for more. It also says it underneath the SRM. But yeah, I mean, I guess so. Every knife company has this thing. I think it's a little cheesy, but that's okay. It's not my company. I don't get to say anything about that. I think it'd be great to, like on the back here, because the only marking they have on the bottom, there is a long, like maybe a stocking number or something, and then the model numbers here, but maybe the blade steel would have been nice back here. I don't know. They do have the logo on their pivot hardware, which is a nice detail as well. It makes it seem more expensive than it is, you know. So that's a thing. It is also presentation side, so the screw head is on the back instead of the front. It's just really nice. It's nicely done. All right, there is a little pin here for a lanyard if you want to throw a lanyard on there. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So the SRM Terrier, which probably no one will call it the Terrier, but badass. I dig it. I think it's really cool. So that's all. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know if you happen to have this knife or something else from SRM, what you think of it. But again, all these Chinese companies are just super impressive these days. I hate to say it. I want to see the American companies thrive. Of course, I'll always love American-made knives and, you know, the history we have with a lot of knife companies here and stuff. But when you're just taking all the politics out of it, all the emotion out of it, and you're just looking at these as tools, this is a fantastic tool. You know what I'm saying? You could be the Snap-on guy or the Craftsman guy, and you're like, yeah, I love it. It's great. And then some other brand, you know, Tsushima Tornado tools come out. But guess what? If they're better tools or the same quality tools for half the price or a quarter of the price, guess who's picking those? You know, a lot of people. You know, so it's difficult, though. It's difficult to take your personal feelings away. You know, when people buy knives, they buy them for all different types of reasons, and collecting and pride of ownership is a big deal, right? So if you are a patriotic American and you love American-made stuff and you want American knives, totally get it. Absolutely get it. But if you're looking for a value, you know, it's tough. It's tough to compete with the Chinese knife market today. It's just there's so much stuff coming out there that is downright amazing, I'll say. So anyway, that's it. Hope you guys enjoy the video, and I'll see you tomorrow with a new one. Take care.